A Florida man set fire to the Pink Pony strip club and threw urine at a police officer. A Florida substitute teacher is accused of making children fight. A Florida woman was arrested for aggravated assault with a Pringles can. And can wild monkeys in Florida give you herpes? These are the weird stories that we have for Friday on Weird AF News, and they're all from our favorite place, the Sunshine State, Florida. A Florida man set fire to a strip club and threw a bottle of urine at a police officer. Keeping it classy, Florida. A Florida man is facing an arson charge after police said he set fire to a Tampa strip club on early Wednesday morning. The Tampa, Florida police said that they were summoned to a multi-business building in response to an arson and shooting incident at 5 a.m. When they arrived, they found the strip club, known as the Pink Pony Club, ablaze. I believe this is a famous strip club, right? The Pink Pony Club. There's a song about it that I heard. I'm wondering if it's the same place. You guys familiar with that Chappelle Rowan song? I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. I mean, you might know that. You might enjoy that song if you're 11. I think this is the same institution, though. Now, the investigators claim that this fire at the Pink Pony Club was set by someone named Arvin Solomanpour, age 29, who a witness claims also had fired a gun multiple times while inside the building, which was otherwise unoccupied at the time. Very strange to break into the Pink Pony Club, fire a gun, and then light it on fire. It's almost as though he has something personal against this particular strip club chain. Who hurt you, Florida man? It was the Pink Pony Club took all my money. They made me fall in love and then left me in the lurch. Now it says responding officers apprehended Solomanpour, the Florida man, as he was, quote, dragging brush into the burning structure. He was trying to add some kindling and keep it going. He really wanted to bring this building down. Making a statement on how he feels about strip clubs. The fire crews brought the blaze under control at the Pink Pony Club within about a half an hour. Sadly, one firefighter was injured and taken to a hospital for evaluation. Officers brought Solomanpour, the Florida man, to a district office for questioning. While there in the holding area, he said he was thirsty, and an officer gave him a bottle of water. Ooh, this is heading into another subplot of the Florida man story. Solomanpour apparently damaged a camera inside the holding area, urinated into the empty water bottle, and then threw it at a police officer. My goodness. Now that is totally methed up, if you ask me. It says here Solomanpour faces some charges: arson with injury, shooting within a building, weapon possession during a felony, battery on an officer, criminal mischief, all of these. Because he wanted to burn down the Pink Pony Club, Pink Pony Club. A Florida substitute teacher is accused of making children fight. The story is out of Jacksonville, Florida. A substitute teacher was arrested in Jacksonville Saturday and has been charged with child abuse and 4 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, according to the arrest report. Janine White's arrest report said she, quote, actively encouraged the students to beat up another child and also assaulted the same child. Well, you guys know, what's the first rule of Child Fight Club? Well, don't do it in Florida, where your name is going to be in the headlines, and you're probably going to lose your job immediately. Well, let's not be hasty. This is a Florida teacher, and so they oftentimes let them hang on for a little while, even after they show their true colors in the classroom. There's a teacher shortage, so, sometimes you let the teachers hang around until they show their true colors in the classroom. In this instance, we have a woman who dreams of being Dana White. Now, it says here, this incident occurred at the First Coast YMCA. She ran a fight club at YMCA. Children beating each other at the YMCA. You can train to fight, beating up other kids. Okay, they confirmed in a statement that the incident happened at the YMCA Tiger Academy. When the officers responded to the report, a witness told them that Florida Lady White had incited 4 students to attack this victim. According to the investigation, White actively encouraged students to engage in physical altercations. After the fights, she allegedly grabbed a student and pulled him with such force that he hit his head on a desk, worsening his injuries. The report said that White had initially asked the student to join a small group, and when he refused, she became frustrated and asked the class, quote, "Who in here can beat him up?" All right. Strange response, obviously. What kind of group did she invite him to? Was it like the hide-and-go-seek group? Some sort of team building going on, playing a game? I don't know. Maybe it was the fight club she invited him. You want to join our fight group where the children beat the crap out of each other until their teeth fall out? Student's like, no, I don't think so. And then she cracks the whip. All right, who in here can beat him up? You don't have a choice to join fight club. You're in it. But I don't want to do fight club. I don't want to do fight club. I want to do cooking club and sewing club. All right, this is horrible. Listen to this. When the teacher asked who in here can beat him up, 4 students raised their hands. And then the Florida lady, substitute teacher White, called on them to fight the victim while she watched. Then the students hit the victim multiple times on his head and on his body. Afterward, the Florida woman substitute teacher pushed him, causing him to hit his head on the desk. This poor kid. The Florida woman then called for assistance, and 2 other teachers came into the classroom. She told them that the students needed behavior intervention, but failed to mention the fights or the victim hitting his head. When the teachers became aware of what was going on, White was immediately terminated and escorted from the school. That was pretty swift justice. I mean, at a public school, she would have been back the next day, but this is the YMCA, where you can fight other students when they don't want to fight, and it's followed by some nap time.
I can say to my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, hey, find a keto-friendly restaurant nearby and text it to Beth and Steve. And it does, without me lifting a finger. So I can get in more squats anywhere I can. 1, 2, 3.
Will that be cash or credit?
Credit. 4.
Galaxy S25 Ultra, the AI companion that does the heavy lifting so you can do you. Get yours at Samsung.com. Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
Hey, Todd, Daddy, how you doing?
A Florida woman is arrested for assaulting a man with a Pringles can. A Florida woman attacked a Florida man with a Pringles can. Because once you pop, you can't stop the beatings. This story is out of Orlando, Florida, that wonderful city where Disney World is located. Magic happens, and apparently a Florida woman attacked a man with a can of Pringles. The Orange County Sheriff's Office was called to a 7-Eleven. I was going to guess it was a Walmart. They reported a fight. A man told deputies that Shanika Serdal hit him in the eye with a Pringles chip can and then ran off. Huh. This lady's like a Pringles ninja. I wonder what flavor of Pringles was it. Was it the one called Bad Decisions? I think that's the one they sell in Florida. It's very popular. All right, let's get some more details on this Pringles pop till you drop assault. I'm curious to know if there's a motive or if the Florida woman just, had a chip on her shoulder that day. The responding deputy reported the victim had, quote, a significant cut on his right eyebrow and below his eye, causing him to bleed. Wow, from a Pringles can? I didn't know they could be so deadly. The time that I've done battle with Pringles cans, when I was a kid with my cousins, we just kind of whack each other and it would go boom, boom, make a little boom, little hollow sound, boom, and it was funny. And we'd laugh. We never drew blood, but then again, we're not Florida men. It says here, the police later found Florida woman Serdal with the Pringles can still in her possession. She was arrested and charged with aggravated battery. She held on to that weapon. It's a very popular weapon of choice in Florida, if you don't know. And a beverage container, too. I don't know if you knew that, but I covered a story a few years ago. It's now become kind of legendary about a woman that was driving around Walmart in one of those automatic shopping carts that are like a chair, and she was drunk, drinking wine out of an empty Pringles can and yelling obscenities at people. The things that you learn you can do with the Pringles can. That actually sounds perfect because a bottle of wine fits kind of like perfectly in a Pringles can if you break it down. So I didn't knock her for that. Just at the end of the day, if you're assaulted by a Pringles can in the state of Florida, you should kind of be thankful. I don't know. I'm not even sure I would call the police at that point. Just be like thankful it wasn't a baseball bat or a baby alligator. I mean, you're in Florida. It could be anything. Can wild monkeys in Florida give you the herpes? Let's find out. They might not be the first animal that comes to mind when you think of Florida's wildlife, but beware. Wild rhesus macaque monkeys in the Sunshine State have tested positive for the herpes B virus, and contracting it can prove deadly. How's that for like an Unsolved Mysteries kind of voice? Pretty good, huh? All right, I'll keep it up. Surprisingly, nearly 200 macaque monkeys live in and roam Florida's Silver Spring State Park, where they were first introduced almost 100 years ago. Now they can be found all over the state of Florida, and sightings are on the rise. Several central Florida counties, including Marion, Seminole, and Lake counties, have seen an increase in macaque sightings over the last 2 years. The issue? Many of these monkeys are carrying diseases, including herpes B virus, which can cause an extremely rare but serious and even deadly infection. So be careful, and be watchful, and be afraid, seriously afraid, of the herpes monkeys. The herpes monkeys, guys. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jonesy, can't everything in Florida give you herpes? Such as, I don't know, Walmart shopping carts, Pringles cans, school principals, the leaves. Well, yeah, you would be right. Just about any surface in Florida should be tested for serious diseases. But apparently, this is a little scary of a situation because these monkeys are roaming all over the place and, I assume, biting citizens. I shouldn't assume that's the only way they're getting the herpes. Maybe people are making sweet love with the sexy monkeys. So I don't know why you'd go all the way with a monkey. You really shouldn't. You know, you should limit it to second base when you're with a monkey, especially wild Florida monkeys. So, I was feeding the monkey, and I had a little bit to drink. I just gotten out of the bar, and what can I say? The monkey looked good, and yada yada yada. I got the herp. Now, the article says the herpes B virus, while rare, can be spread through an infected monkey's bite or a scratch, coming into contact with an infected monkey's skin or fluids, scratching or cutting yourself on a contaminated cage or other sharp surface, or being exposed to the brain, spinal cord, or skull of an infected monkey. That's weird, being exposed to a brain or spinal cord of an infected monkey. Do people seem to eat these things? The first signs of infection include flu-like symptoms, in case you're wondering if you got monkey herpes. Flu-like symptoms such as fever and chills. Then it's possible to develop small blisters near the wound or area where one had contact with the herpes monkey. The virus also causes swelling in the brain and spinal cord. So if you think your brain's getting bigger, look at the big brains on Brett. That's herpes brain. Oh, I thought he was just getting smarter. All right, now, just a tip. This is from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. They know what's up. Macaque monkeys can become very aggressive when you feed them, leading to a higher probability of a bite or a scratch. If you are in a place with macaque monkeys, stay away from them so that you don't get bitten or scratched. You should not touch or feed monkeys. That's their quote. Yeah, be very careful. You don't want to catch herpes from a monkey. It's not worth it. If you're going to catch herpes, you catch it the way that it's worth it. You know what I'm talking about. By making sweet love to your loved one who has herpes.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit tremfyaradio.com.
All right, guys. Well, it's been a while since I've created a song for the podcast, but I couldn't help myself with the whole herpes monkey story, so I had AI create this song called I Love My Monkey, and I think you'll like it. Here we go. I was going to play a little bit of it.
So now we're getting close. I hope she doesn't take it the wrong way. I told her I would, but I can't 'cause she got herpes. But I still love my monkey. She might not be the one for me, but I still love my monkey. She's just a freak. I said I'd love to, but I just can't. I told her I would, but I can't 'cause she got herpes.
Well, I hope you enjoyed Love Monkey. Is it Love Monkey? I think it's called Love Monkey. Let me recheck that. Love My Monkey. the song created by AI for your listening pleasure, for your immature comedy tastes. I'm going to put that in the Patreon for a free download. The incomplete song, it's twice as long as that, and it's actually not a bad sounding R&B track, considering I just put in some parameters, what I wanted the song to be about, and then it just spit that out in like 2 minutes. Amazing tools out there. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining me for this Florida Friday episode. I hope you had a nice time with that. Hope you're having a great weekend. I want to give some thanks and praise at this moment to some supporters. You know, I got my supporters here, and we're going to begin with Lisa. Lisa sent me some coffees. Lisa from Finland. You guys familiar? Lisa from Finland has been very generous over the years, big supporter of the show, sending me emails, teaching me about life. Anyway, she bought me some coffees and wrote, "Hey, Jonesy, I just got fired." So I figured I'd send you some coffee now before I run out of money. Wish me luck in my job hunt, and that I don't end up putting super glue, hydrogen peroxide, or nicotine liquid in my eyes before the interviews. Love from Finland. We love everybody, almost as much as the Canadians. Isn't that sweet? So we want to show our support for Lisa from Finland, and hopefully she gets a job. So keep her in your, keep her in your prayers and thoughts, and let's hope that Lisa gets a job. Anyone hiring? Let's just do that. I mean, I've never been a broker of jobs before, but, I might as well use the podcast. Any employers in Finland listen to this podcast that can give my good friend Lisa a job? She's a wonderful, wonderful person. She's very, very loyal and supportive, and she could use the work. So let's help out. I'm trying to help out the weirdos in life, guys, because you guys help me. Let's see, I got an email from Pamela about glued eyeballs. "Oh, Pod Daddy, you're too much. Crack me up. For your information, Kiss brand makes the nail glue, and they also make fake nails. But the group Kiss, on the other hand, seeing them when I was young, and I actually thought the show was great. Platform boots, pyrotechnics, and, of course, Gene's tongue. Ew, when you were singing their songs to the Weird News glue story, oh my gosh, I'm just about in tears laughing. What great times. Thank you, Jonesy. My kind of humor. You always make a bad day so much better." That's a really sweet email, so shout out to Pamela for making me smile. I'm glad I got you to laugh a little bit with my goofy humor, singing really weird song parodies, as I did on this episode as well. I can't help myself. And let's see, what other due diligence do I need to get to? Doing a show tonight in North Hollywood and tomorrow in Hollywood. Unfortunately, they're private shows. However, if you are in the area, I can probably sneak your ass in. And there will be free drinks. Free margaritas, from my understanding. Just, anyways, hit me up. I'll see what I can do. funnyjones@gmail.com. My Instagram's @funnyjones as well. I met Jay Leno last night, so I thought I would make note of that. He's a very, very nice guy. He's very sweet. I mean, unbelievable. I posted a photo of Jay and I in the Patreon, so those of you who are members of the Patreon, take a look at the picture of me and Jay Leno. It was really a nice night. Jay's grew up in Massachusetts, kind of near where I grew up, so we had a nice chat about that area of Mass. also known as the Merrimack Valley. I was like, Merrimack Valley in the house. Anyways, he couldn't have been more generous with his time. And at one point, it was just me and him alone in the green room. And he wasn't even bothered that I was talking to him while he was eating. He was just he couldn't have been sweeter. And that's what I heard he was like. So the rumors are true. Jay Leno is a very nice guy. Shook hands with people after the show, took pictures with people after the show. He's not one of those comedians that do their show, get off stage, and then sprint to the green room. No. He took time with people. And that's the kind of comedian that I aspire to be as well. And I try and play that out here on the Weird AF News. I try to be accessible to the listeners. If you message me, most of the time I answer back. I do my best to answer the messages. I want to be like that because I see people like Jay do that, and to me that just seems like the right way to do it. So, anyways, enough rambling about that. Just to let you know, I had an amazing night, and I'm sure I'm going to have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you do as well. And we'll see you on Monday, and good luck with your life, man.